Good Wednesday morning or afternoon to all of you out there. We are going to be talking about the tropics in today's video, and the tropics have been very quiet lately since we last saw Tropical Storm Celia back in June. That went into the Pacific and, produced a major hurricane, all that stuff, bringing impacts to Hawaii. But now we're looking into the future. We're waiting to see when is our next tropical storm. Our next tropical storm would be named Danielle, but again, it has been over a month since we have seen a new tropical storm. We're just waiting to see Danielle. We're waiting to see a notable tropical wave, maybe a tropical wave with some hope that it could go possibly into a path where it does have favorable ingredients for tropical storms. So as we look here at sea surface temperatures for most of the Atlantic here, especially the Western Atlantic and the Eastern Pacific, we are seeing 30 Celsius, 31 Celsius waters. These are extremely warm waters here, especially for tropical storms and hurricanes. If any hurricane enters this type of area, it's going to be absolutely explode, especially in the Gulf of Mexico, over here near Cuba. Still seeing very warm water starting to reach further south, more into the Caribbean. As we keep seeing those waters reach more south, we are going to see this could definitely be a very dangerous conditions for any hurricanes, for any tropical storms that do enter that Gulf of Mexico region. This could definitely intensify storms very rapidly. We could definitely see some major hurricanes. If any storms do track up here from the main development region, if we even see a storm like Hurricane Laura, where it did form over here, and we were even thinking that this could form into kind of a Fujiwara effect, which that did not happen, but we still saw a Category 4 hurricane that went into Louisiana. We really don't know when the next storm is going to hit. We do have signs, however, that there are tropical waves in the main development region. But this is the next thing we're going to be looking at here is a Saharan air layer. And I'm going to zoom this out real quick for you guys. And as you can see, the Saharan air layer is a very dry layer, a dusty layer, and this comes from Africa. Continuous dust that comes from Africa. As you can see, we have some very big plumes right now in much of the central Atlantic, and this is including a lot of the Caribbean here. We have a pocket of dust here. A lot of dry air is blocking a lot of these tropical waves from reaching the Caribbean here. We even have some tropical waves that are ongoing right now, but as you can see, a lot of this dust is just blocking these tropical waves, and some of this dust is even going even further south, which is just continuously breaking up these tropical waves, and these just lead right into South America, which really does nothing. And until the Saharan air layer, we're just going to continue to see these very weak tropical storms that really have no hope ahead of them. And as you can see, again, just a bunch of dust, and this is not going to move out of here anytime soon. That's looking like, according to the GFS model. I'm looking over into August 11th. That's as far as we can go in the GFS model, and I'm not seeing anything, according to the GFS model, that we're not seeing any signs of a tropical storm Danielle anytime soon. Now, at the end of August, there is a sign in one run that there is a possible tropical storm, but that disappeared in the next run. So again, no signs that we could see a tropical storm anytime soon. But again, there is these multiple signs here. As you can see, here is the wind shear values, which is, as of right now, not a problem with these tropical waves. As you can see, there's Africa, and because of these contours, you really can't see it that well. But you can kind of see, if I pull up my pen here, you can in fact see Spain right here. Here's Spain, so there's all of Europe over there, and then here is Africa. As you can see, there's that outline, so you can just see Africa, and then all these contours, all these red contours, these are unfavorable conditions for tropical activity. This is the main development region right here, which I'll actually highlight the main development region in yellow, and South America is right down here, and I'll also highlight that. As you can see, again, main development region, wind shear is not a problem right now. We're only seeing about 5 to 10 knots of wind shear, which is definitely very favorable for tropical storms. Again, we're still seeing a lot of that dry air that does stay in that main development region, especially mainly to the west, and we do have a pocket where there is favorable conditions for those tropical waves, but they really have nowhere to go as of right now. So we're just gonna have to wait, play the waiting game, and see when that dry air is gonna move out of the area. And once that dry air, and we do have a clear area for favorable wind shear, that's when we could possibly see a tropical storm Danielle. But again, it's not looking like anytime soon right now that we could see our next our fourth tropical storm of the season. And by this time, especially in the year 2020 hurricane season, I think we already saw over 8 tropical storms, and we are still on our 3rd tropical storm for the Atlantic season. Pacific is still going off here. They are on their 6th named storms. As you can see, Tropical Storm Frank right now just below Mexico there, and it looks like this is going to be headed generally in the direction of a possible monsoon headed over towards Arizona, New Mexico. If this does curve up, of course, if it does go a little more westward, that may not bring a monsoon over to Arizona and New Mexico, but you know, this could definitely curve up, bring some moisture, a lot of moisture upwards towards the area for more rainfall, and especially over towards Las Vegas, over towards, you know, Nevada. They really need that rain, so we're hopefully that does go northward, that we do see some rain, possible rain going over towards that area. But as of right now, this looks to be just going straight due northwest. Tropical Storm Frank leaving no impacts to really anybody as of right now. And as you can see, for the next 5 days, here's the 5-day graphical tropical weather outlook, and this is almost for the next 10 days, because there is definitely no tropical activity that's going to be expected during the next 10 days. Next week is again nothing according to the GFS model. Of course, things can change, but of course that Saharan air layer is going to be getting in the way of things for probably over 2 weeks, until we see that Saharan air layer move out of the area. Once we see a good clearing of wind shear, that's when we could possibly see our next named storm. Now lastly here, we are going to be looking at the INSO status according to the Climate Prediction Center, NOAA.gov. As you can see, for the summary, we have for the INSO alert system status, a La Nina advisory is still in effect. That means we still have a La Nina is currently present. Equatorial sea surface temperatures are below average across most of the Pacific Ocean, and the tropical Pacific atmosphere is consistent with that La Nina. La Nina is favored to continue through 2022, with odds for La Nina decreasing into the northern hemisphere late summer. So this is a 60% chance for La Nina from July to September 2022, before increasing through the northern hemisphere fall and early winter 2022, which is a 62 to 66% chance. That means we have another La Nina winter coming ahead. So again, we've seen a La Nina winter for over 3 years in a row now, and I don't know if 2018, 2017, 2016, if that was all La Nina or El Nino. But since I've been forecasting this, I've pretty much done for winter forecasts all La Nina. So all the forecasts have pretty much been all the same looking. Of course, you can't really change them because things will generally be near normal for La Nina. So winter forecast, I'm not sure when that'll be released, but definitely sometime maybe in late August into September. That's when the winter forecast may be released. But for now, we're going to be keeping you updated on the tropics, since the rest of the weather is generally quiet. There was quite the flood this morning in St. Louis that just tracked a whole bunch of rainfall overnight. That did leave a flash flood emergency, so that was quite the event over there. But that was a huge tropical update here. Again, very quiet conditions continue for the Atlantic Ocean, and we'll keep you updated on any signs that we could see possible tropical storm Danielle in possibly the next 2 weeks or so. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new and turn on post notifications so you won't miss a single upload or live stream on the channel. Also, make sure to like this video, share this video with any friends or family and all that stuff. But as always, I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe.